Welcome to Illuminate Your Life, where we're here to shine your light. Today's topic is personal boundaries. The energetic kind. That's what we're talking about here. So imagine that you have this protective bubble around you. Every day you walk through life, you have this protective energy bubble around you. And anything that you come across that you like, you allow in, you accept it into your bubble. And anything that you don't like, it just deflects off the bubble, it bounces off, right? You acknowledge that it exists and you allow it to exist, but you say, I choose not that. I don't want that in my existence, so I will not pay any attention to that. Because you see, when you give your attention to something, you are feeding it your energy. And so whether your attention is positive or negative, whether it's positive and you're saying, yes, I want this, and you're drawing it like a magnet to you, and you're getting more of that because you like it, or you're pushing against it and you're saying, I don't want that in I don't want that in my life, but it's like it becomes the magnet and you're pushing and it's there and it's drawing you towards it and it's pushing, you're pushing, and because all of life is polarity, right? You have night, day, light, dark, black and white. Everything about life is polarity. And in order to have any sort of connection, you have to have this tension, right? So there's the yin and the yang. But the only way that you can dissolve or get rid of that magnetism is simply turn away. Come to think of it, perhaps that's what the Bible meant by turn the other cheek. Just thought of that. But basically, you have to turn your attention away from that thing that you don't like. It's not like you're saying you can't exist. You're not pushing against it anymore. You're simply not giving it your attention. You're not feeding it your attention anymore. And that's the key. Now, when you don't feed it your attention, suddenly you're going to feel a release because the polarity, the connection is broken. And that's what you need. That's what you want. You need that relief. So it's easier to do this in the beginning. Like if you're just coming across something and you don't like it, you say, oh, I don't want that. And then immediately replace it with what I would like to see is this. For example, I was driving down the road and I saw all these trees cut down and I thought, well, I guess they were clearing it out, but then it was a lot of trees. And I thought, you know what would be better in place of this would be if there had been a lot of greenery, or if they had just taken out a few trees here and there and cleared out the area, but just kept everything still intact so that the land and the ecology of the area could still grow and flourish. It might be better than just getting rid of everything. It just seemed a little bit too much. So I just pictured in my mind that everything will grow back and it will all be flourishing and beautiful in the future. So I got slightly off topic, but the point is you have to take your attention and your energy off of that which you do not desire and replace your attention, or replace the focus of your attention and energy on what you do desire in place of that negative thing. So even if you can only imagine it in your head, that's what you do. Now, there's an example. A long time ago, I was in a relationship and this person would do or say something, and I got to the point where I would say, it would upset me, but instead of getting upset, I would step back, I would go up to them and say, you know what? Thank you. Thank you for showing me what I do not want. And that's the key, because in my mind, I was thanking that person because, yes, it was important. They were showing me what I don't want. Because for whatever reason, I was focusing on what I didn't want, or I had never decided what it was that I do want. And so things were just happening and I was just reacting to them. And that's the point. Sometimes things happen in your experience and you're not sure why. Well, it could be that you simply never chose what you wanted to happen. And it was just something that was brought into your experience And because you didn't make that choice, that decision, it was just happening based on other people's choices and decisions. So you have to make the decision that you don't want that, and then you have to replace it with what it is that you do want. So now the question would be, how do you shift the energy that is being flowed into some negative or unwanted thing in your life when it's already very active in your life right now? That's a topic for another video, but I'll give you a big hint. It has to do with shifting your perspective and asking the question, how can I look at this differently? I'll see you another day. Be luminous.